Good day from Kamakura, Japan. On this Friday, May 6th, it's 17 degrees at 5:55. Somewhat cloudy day, so it shouldn't be too oppressively hot. Should be very comfortable. Wanted to get a close-up of the roses here. Pretty. Very nice scent. Okay, what's happening over here? Alrighty, let's take a look. See what we have here. Things are looking pretty good. That one's still growing. This one over here is getting bigger. Very nice. This one here didn't quite make it, so I'm going to go ahead and pick this off. Yeah, it's called blossom end rot. Okay, let's get rid of some of these dying leaves here. This one here can go as well. It looks like we have a female here and a few coming in over here and here. See that? Yeah. But a lot of flowering. Yeah, I like this. A lot of flowering. Alrighty, let's see what's going on elsewhere. I'm wondering how our garlic has done. Let's take a peek, see if we have any bulbs. It's in pretty deep. I'm not going to disturb it. Yeah, I planted these in December, so that's 6 months. I'll give them a little bit more time and maybe harvest them just before the rainy season. That way I can get my okra in here. Yeah, the okra should be ready by then. Speaking of the okra, let's go in and take a look and see how it's doing. Okay, yeah, here's the cucumber. They've gotten their true leaves. And this is the okra. True leaves here as well. They got a little ways to go. Some of you might remember this from last year. Got about a quarter of the bag left over. These are alfalfa pellets, chinchilla food. And last year I put them around the base of the tomato plants, and they worked out very well. So I'm going to do it again this year. So while we're here, let's check on the green beans. You can see there's a lot of flowers here. Another green bean has started to sprout. And where's the first one? I just saw it. Oh, it disappeared. Oh, here it is. Yeah. And we should see some down here soon. Yeah, you can see there's a lot of flowers over here. And this one here is making its way up. Very nice. And look at this again. Again! Hey! No. Damn it. Come on, go. Go. Come on. Little knucklehead. And our cucumbers. Our surviving cucumbers. 4 of them. Yeah, what I think I'll do is stake these today. And that way the tendrils can reach out over to the canopy here. And over here I did cover the transplanted strawberries. The second batch anyway. Yeah, and you can see our strawberries are forming there. And to get them up off the soil. Got an idea here. I'm going to take a couple leaves from the tulips. It might be too late. Maybe not. This one's too late. Just compost that. I'll just lay these up on here. And let's see what happens. Okay. How are we doing, Spunk? And while we're here, yeah, the potatoes look good. Very good. Still no sign of the turmeric or the asparagus. But our golden trumpet bush is coming back to life very nicely. Yeah. And here's the new one down here, looking good. So hopefully in about a month we'll be seeing some nice, beautiful flowers. Here's our hydrangea forming their leaf clusters, or forming their blossom clusters. Yeah, it's grown quite bigger. Here's the smaller one here. This one has grown quite big. Let's look at the blueberries here. They're getting bigger. And over here our eggplant. Yeah, they're looking good. They're starting to perk up. Okay, our tomatoes are coming in nicely here. I've been holding off on tying them to the stakes till they got tall, and I think that's about good enough. Yeah, I think I'll tie these to the stakes today before it gets too warm. And I'm going to bring it down a little bit lower here so you can see how tall they're getting. Yeah, a good 20 centimeters, I'd say. This one here, at least. Okay, very good, very good. Alrighty, over here. Why do we have some yellowing on the leaf there? Well, we still have a blossom here. That's good to see. Okay, I want to take a closer look inside here. Yeah, I'm going to let this one go. It's not helping much. Just weakening the plant. So I'll get rid of it. This one here, yeah, this can go as well. And this one here is broken, so that can go. And the others look well. Okay, I'll give you a better look at the pumpkin here. It's coming along nicely. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we might be having some more blossoms soon, and hopefully some more fruit. And this makes it so much easier to get inside, having this opening right here. Okay, you ready to get to work? Or are you ready for me to get to work? Okay, I've got a bunch of twine here, but I want to use up all of the old twine first, so I don't waste much of anything. A bit of a tight squeeze, but let's see what we can do here. Oh, that feels so good on my back. I want to take a good look at each plant here and see where I can get rid of unnecessary foliage. See that wilted one, yellowed one back there? Yeah, we're going to get rid of things like that. Yeah, it might be better to do it by hand. That way I can feel it better. Yeah, like this here, it's pointing downward. We can get rid of that. Yeah, we'll take care of these here. You see here how some of these have turned black? Yeah, like right here you can see little black spots. We'll get rid of those. Otherwise they'll just introduce blight. Okay, so let me go down the row here and do this to all of these. And then I'll show you what I've done. Alrighty, well, I've got quite a pile of leaves and branches from the tomatoes here. And what I've done is pre-cut the twine just to make it easier to go down the row and attach them to the stakes here. Okay, try not to step on my eggplant. Very nice. Everything is tied to the stakes, and they're standing very upright. It's nice to get rid of the lower foliage so that they get good airflow, and so that none of the leaves are touching the ground to possibly introduce blight. I'm looking at the tops of these, and yeah, they're looking very good. Yeah, I'm thinking to bring some more mulch in here just to cut down on the weeds. I have some leaves that I collected over the winter. Yeah, I think I'll use this blue bucket here to put the leaves in to carry it down to the lower garden. You can see some of these have begun to compost. Alright. I think it's kind of neat how the vines have grown on top of this gate door here. Gives it a more natural feel instead of the plastic fencing behind there. I like that. Very nice. And rather than carry it all the way down, I'll just set it here and get it from down below. Okay, before I put the compost down, I want to lay in some of the alfalfa pellets. And put about a tablespoon or so around each one. Last year the tomatoes grew very well, so I'm hoping for a repeat this year. And since I have some extra, I'll go ahead and put some around the eggplant as well. And I'm just hoping the squirrels don't find these pellets. So I'm going to cover them. And now we'll fill in around the tomatoes. Now this is quite important, as this side gets full sun for about 7 to 8 hours. So it's very important to retain as much moisture in here as possible. And I want to keep the weeds to a bare minimum. Okay, I'm going to clean up the edges here. Okay, now we'll give this a good watering. Looks pretty good, huh? Yeah, I've got all the leaf mulch in here. All around the eggplant as well. The alfalfa pellets are down. And in the coming weeks and months, they'll be fertilizing both the eggplant and the tomatoes. I also put some of the leaf mulch down in here for the butternut squash. But I thought that over here, I'd wait a while, let these plants establish a little bit more. You can see here they're just beginning to be established here, so I'll hold off a bit. But yeah, I do have some more of the bark mulch. I'll start off with that and see if that's enough. Well, I'm glad to have this done. The tomatoes are tied to their stakes. I'll come back later in a few weeks and stake the eggplant once they start growing upward. Okay, looks good. Looks very good. Very satisfying. Okay, let's take a quick peek. And the strawberries are coming in very nicely. A lot of growth up in here. Everything else looks good. I think I'll give this a turn. Okay. And I'm going to use some of these stakes here for the cucumbers. I just need 4 now. I've got 4 plants out here that I want to stake. Now I realize that this pointed end is supposed to go downward for aesthetics. I think I'm going to keep the pointed ends upward. And hope I don't disturb the roots too much. Okay. See, I can extend them upward to here and then train them to go across. I think you can see this one here. There's a tendril forming on it already. So yeah, this is looking for a place to climb. I think this is a good spot. Well, it feels like this week has just zipped by. It's Friday already. Okay, looking good so far. Alrighty. So I've got a few more of these alfalfa pellets. I think I'll sprinkle some around here as well. Okay, how you doing, Spunk? How you doing? Okay, well, I'm glad to have this done. And once the cucumber stars that are inside, still growing, once they get big enough, I'll bring them out here and put them into another container over here. And maybe bring the strawberries up here. Yeah, I think that might work well. Yeah, I'm glad to have these staked. I'm glad that these 4 survived. I'm not quite sure what happened back in the early spring, but still, these 4 survived. And I've got, I think, about 6 more inside, and I'll be bringing them out now that they have their true leaves. So, yeah, the string beans are doing well, the green beans. We should be seeing more production there in the coming weeks. So everything is looking pretty good. The strawberries are coming in quite nicely behind me here. Yeah, the tomatoes are looking good. Everything is looking very good. Well, what do you know? It's Friday already. Wow. So I hope you had a great week, and we'll have a good weekend to come. Till we meet again, do take care. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.